is trying to be many things at once. So it's a suspenseful slasher film. It's also a swoony romance and a serious meditation on the contentious relationship between critics and artists. As you can imagine, this is a tough balancing act. And like many previous R. Balki films, the idea is instantly provocative and more dazzling than the execution. A serial killer is on the loose in Mumbai. His target is intriguingly specific. He's only gunning for film critics. He's carving them up in ways that are deliciously devious. So there's one who's just reviewed a film called Third Umpire, and he's found dead on a cricket field with his organs kind of decorated around him. Each week brings new reviews, which brings new deaths. The police commissioner and the home minister get involved. I kept thinking, this film is seriously exaggerating our importance. At the center of Chup is Danny, played by Dulquer Salmaan. Danny is this lonely florist who's tending to his flowers so lovingly that he's managed to grow tulips in suburban Mumbai, which is what endears him to Neela. She's a newbie entertainment reporter, she's an ardent movie lover, and she dreams of someday being a film critic. While the Danny-Neela romance simmers, Arvind, this tough-talking cop played by Sunny Deol, starts cracking down on the killer. Eventually, he enlists the help of a criminal psychologist played by Pooja Bhatt. In one scene, she says to a critic, "You critics are killers," which is essentially the stance the film takes. Now, early on, Mr. Amitabh Bachchan, playing himself, delivers a key message. He says, cinema needs fearless, unbiased voices for its evolution. But then, the film proceeds to show how these fearless, unbiased voices can also destroy creativity in artists. Guru Dutt is posited as the prime example of this. Chup begins with the declaration that it's a tribute to the legendary filmmaker. The killer worships Guru Dutt. He's created this shrine for him. We're also told that critics panned Guru Dutt's film Kagaz Ke Phool so badly that he never found the courage to direct a film again, and he died a few years later, a lonely, depressed man. A character says something along the lines of, कागज के फूल बनाने वालों को कागज पे कलम घिसने वालों ने चुप करा दिया. Curiously, the film completely ignores the part the audience plays in making a film a hit or a miss. In Kagaz Ke Phool, there is a scene in which the director Suresh Sinha, played by Guru Dutt, has viewers berating him and even throwing things at him because they dislike his film so much. Kagaz Ke Phool was a resounding flop. But I would hypothesize that it was perhaps the lack of viewers rather than critical acclaim that broke Guru Dutt's heart. Like it happens with so many films, the genius of Kagaz Ke Phool was only discovered with time, and the film came to be hailed as a classic. Chup, however, takes the audience out of the equation. It imagines a world in which critics are breaking and making films and careers. Now, I've been a critic for more than 25 years, and I can tell you, I do not possess a fraction of this power. This exaggeration might have been more palatable if the writing was more adept. The screenplay, co-written by Balki, acclaimed film critic Raja Sen and Rishi Virmani, stitches together fairly disjointed scenes without smoothing out the connective tissue. The second hour especially stretches logic and plausibility. And the dialogue, a mix of Hindi and English, often veers into the stilted. At one point, a character says, "Pain is the most powerful fuel for an artist. Uske dard ko ek star diya critics ne." This line also made me cringe. A film is a director's baby. किसी के बच्चे का rape कैसे कर सकता है यार? Chup starts with a bang. Balki skillfully stages the first kill. He builds this sense of dread. It leads to the shocking discovery of this grotesquely cut up body. The subsequent murders, though, are more bloody than suspenseful. The storytelling oscillates, but Dulquer Salmaan and Sunny Deol shine through. Dulquer doesn't over-dramatize Danny's troubled take on the world. He's exactly the right mix of charming and creepy. And it's a pleasure to see Sunny Deol back as this sturdy moral center. His righteous anger and the 2.5 kilo ka haath still retain a brute force. This role might take you back to Dar, in which he was also a grim-faced pillar of strength fighting off a psychopathic Shah Rukh Khan. After Scam 1992 and Mumbai Diaries, Shreya Dhanwanthary is once again playing the role of a reporter. Now, Neela is curiously underwritten. She makes these grand sweeping statements about cinema. She's clearly ambitious and driven, but her role is ultimately limited to love interest and serial killer bait. Do watch out for Tamil actor Sharanya Ponavanan as Leela's mother. Her saucy comebacks will remind you of Sexy. You remember that sassy, dying 7-year-old girl in Balki's first film, Chini Kam. Through the film, Balki doffs his hat to Gurudutt. He borrows visually, staging frames that are exact replicas of frames from Pyasa. He also takes music from the master, especially Pyasa's lilting Jaane Kya Tune Kahi, which becomes the leitmotif for Leela and Danny's love story. The instrumental version is lovely and it underlines some of the most lyrical sequences in the film, with DOP Vishal Sinha doing excellent work. Incredibly, the music team includes S.D. Burman and Amitabh Bachchan, whose original composition plays as the end credits roll. In the Hollywood classic All About Eve, the theatre critic Addison DeWitt memorably says, "I'm a critic and commentator. I'm essential to the theatre as ants are to a picnic and the ball weevil to a cotton field." I wish there was a critic in Chup who had DeWitt's acerbic flair, but the film doesn't bother to give any of them even an iota of personality. However, like DeWitt, Chup insists that critics are essential to cinema, but it suggests that we do our job with more sincerity and respect and help audiences hone their taste. Point noted, but perhaps filmmakers should also up their game. Hey guys, so we're on reviews and more now, so please continue to give us the love, subscribe, share and do comment.